The day of my father's funeral was the worst day of my life, or so I thought. The air was thick with unspoken grief, and I stood there, a 20-year-old man trying to be the rock for my shattered mother. Dad was my hero, the man who taught me everything. His best friend, Uncle David, was right there beside us. A constant presence in our lives, now a pillar of support in our darkest hour. As the service ended and people offered their condolences, Uncle David wrapped me in a tight hug. His voice was thick with emotion as he whispered, "I'm so sorry, son. I'm so sorry." The word son hung in the air. It was a common term of endearment, I told myself. He'd always treated me like a second son. But then, I glanced over at my mother. The color had drained from her face. Her hand, which was resting on my arm, tightened with a painful grip. Her eyes were wide with a terror I had never seen before, fixed on David. It wasn't grief, it was fear. Pure, unadulterated panic. In that split second, a million confusing puzzle pieces from my childhood started to click into place. Why did Uncle David always look at me with such a specific kind of pride? Why did my mom always get so flustered whenever he was around? A nervous energy that I had always brushed off as her just being happy to see an old friend. And why, when I looked in the mirror, did I see Uncle David's bright blue eyes staring back at me, not my father's warm brown ones? I'd always been told I just had my grandmother's eyes. The thought was a lightning strike to my soul. The man I had just buried, the man I called Dad, might not have been my biological father. The man holding me, his best friend, might be. And my mother's face, her mask of grief slipping to reveal a lifetime of secrets, confirmed my darkest suspicion. I gently pulled away from David's embrace, my mind reeling. I looked from his face to my mother's, and back again. The resemblance between me and David was suddenly undeniable, a truth hidden in plain sight my entire life. All those years my dad had raised me, loved me, and believed I was his. Had he ever known? Or had he died with a lie poisoning the very foundation of our family? My mother saw the dawning realization in my eyes, and she looked away, shame and fear warring on her features. She couldn't meet my gaze. She couldn't deny it. The funeral was supposed to be about mourning the man I loved. Instead, it became the day I lost him all over again, and discovered the life I knew was a complete fabrication. The silence between the three of us was heavier than any coffin, filled with the weight of 20 years of betrayal. What was I supposed to do now? Where do you even begin to pick up the pieces when your entire world has been so completely and utterly shattered? The man I called father was gone, and the man who might be my father had just destroyed his memory without saying a word. I felt an emptiness that was far deeper than grief. It was the void of a stolen truth.